So you want to buy a home in 2023. You have no idea what to do. You have no idea what the process is. Well, in this video, we're going to walk you all the way through buying a home right here in Danville, Virginia, from step one all the way through however many steps there are in the home buying process, because all transactions aren't the same. So we're going to go over what the steps are to buy a home in Danville, Virginia. We're going to get after it right now. Hey, welcome to Danville, Virginia. My name is David Totten. I am a licensed real estate agent here in Virginia and North Carolina. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and you will be the first to learn all about what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in Danville, Virginia, the comeback city. My team and I, we get calls and texts every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Danville, Virginia, and we love it. So whether you're moving in 6 weeks or 60 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you live that Danville life. So what we want to talk about today are the steps or the process to home buying right here in Danville, Virginia in 2023. And we're going to just jump right into it with step number one. And that is, are you qualified to buy a home? Do you have a lender that you work with? Is there a mortgage broker that you like to work with? Are you paying cash for your next home? Are you using hard money? Maybe you're an investor and you don't want to use your money, so you'll use someone else's to fund your deal, redo the construction, the rehab, and then put the house back on the market. Whatever the case may be, step one is always having your financing ready and available. So when we are ready to present an offer on a home, we have the financing to back us. I have several lending partners that I work with who are amazing at what they do. So if you're an FHA, if you're a VA, if you're using conventional financing or again cash, please let me know. I'll connect you with my lenders who I love working with, and they love serving your needs. On to step two. Step two is going to be, we're going to need to have a meeting, whether it's in person. I preferably like to use Zoom. I have a link in the description below that you can use to schedule some time with me and my team to talk about what your needs are, what your wants are. We need to understand what kind of home do you want to buy. Out of step one, how much home do you want to purchase? So once we have that, then we can go over how many bedrooms you need, how many bathrooms do you need, what type of style home do you need? Do you need a fenced-in backyard? Do you need a garage? Do you need a double garage? Do they need to be attached to the home? Do you prefer multi-story? Do you prefer a ranch, single story? Do you want a basement? Those are all the things that we'll talk about during our home buying winning consultation. And that way we can move on to step number three, which is getting your home search set up for you. We'll automatically send you houses that are new to the market, price reductions that come back to the market that maybe were under contract, but it could be your lucky day that the home comes back to the market and it's yours. So the home search will automatically be sent to your email address. You'll get notified as soon as a new house hits the market from me and my team, based off of the criteria that we identified during our Zoom call. We're going to move into step four now, which is the fun part. We're going to go shopping. Those homes that you got from me delivered into your email inbox, maybe one or two are right up your alley and they meet your criteria. Okay, so we need to set up a date. We need to set up some times where we go shopping, look at the homes on your list and see if when you walk in the door, does it feel like home? That's the important part that we want to identify, because pictures are one thing, videos are another thing, but when you turn the doorknob and you walk into the home, there's a feeling that you have to have that this is the one. Whether it's you and you're single, whether it's you and a partner, you and a spouse, your whole family, it doesn't matter, but there has to be a home feeling when you walk into this house. And then we'll take a tour. We'll look at the kitchen, we'll look at the living, we'll look at the bedrooms, check the bathrooms. If there's an upstairs, we'll check, what the finishes are. If there's a basement, is it finished or not? And if so, does it feel like yours when we walk in? If so, we'll move into step 5, which is presenting an offer. Presenting a winning offer, because all offers aren't equal. In this day and time in the real estate market, with things leveling out, there is more room to negotiate, but a seller isn't just going to give their home away unless they are absolutely desperate. A lot of times that's not the case. So when we present our offer to the listing agent and the seller, there are several documents included. You will have some disclosures from my brokerage. We'll have the offer to purchase contract. If the home was built before 1978, there will be a lead-based paint acknowledgement that will need to be signed and filled out. There will be residential disclosures that we need to send out. And then also, which I highly recommend doing, is a home inspection contingency addendum. And the home inspection contingency allows for a professional home inspector to enter the home after the contract has been accepted by the seller. They'll go in, they'll do a top to bottom review of the house. They will point out anything that needs to be repaired, replaced. They'll also look at things that weren't inspected. All inspectors aren't equal either, but this will give us a good idea of the condition of the home, which is where we do our due diligence, because you want to know what you're walking into, what findings are there, what may or may not need to be repaired based off of your preference or the preference of the appraiser that the lender will send out during the home buying process. So that's step 5, which is presenting a winning offer. Step 6, we just discussed, which is the home inspection. So we'll skip that and go into step 7, which is we're going to present those documents to your title company, to your lender, and then the process starts. We are a title state, but we can use attorneys if you prefer. And what they'll do is they will make sure that the title on the property is clean and clear, so that in the future, no one can come to your house and say that they have an interest in the home and you had no idea about it. They decide that they want to sell. They decide that they want their part of the house, and then we're going to run into a whole lot of legal issues I just don't want you dealing with. So they'll do title exams that make sure the title is clean. In that process, the lender will schedule the appraisal on the home, and that will provide a value of the house based off of homes that have sold in the area, the comps, and also like features. So similar beds, similar baths, similar square footage, similar home type. So after we go into step 6, step 7, we're going to go into step number 8, which is getting the clear to close from your lender. This is the fun part. Well, the second fun part anyway, because we know everything has been verified for you to purchase this house. Going into step 9, setting a settlement date or a closing date with the attorney or title company, which gives us that warm and fuzzy that we're almost at the finish line. We're knocking on the door of home. And step 10, which is the best part for you, is settlement date. We go to the attorney's office or the title office. You go in, you sign your life away, and I hand you over keys to your new house. Give you a gift, we hug, high five, whatever it is that you do. I'm a hugger, I'm a big hugger, and we have a party. And I would love to be able to come to the home with you, open the door for you. If not, and you're busy, understand, maybe you're not moving in that day. Maybe you have to sell a home where you're moving from, and you have to get those belongings from there. Maybe you're an investor. You don't have time for a hug because you got to get the house repaired and rehab so you can get it back on the market. whatever way is fine, but that is the process of buying a home here in Danville, Virginia in 2023. There are some other things, some other extra bonuses that I want to give you. So I'm glad you stuck around to the end, because in the contract, sometimes there are things that pop up that need to be addressed or specified when you're buying a house, especially if terms need to be favorable for you. So let's just say the appraisal, for instance. The appraiser is going to put a value on the house. Now, what if we offered more than what the house is worth? We need to have a clause in the contract that says if the home does not appraise at or above purchase price, you have options. The first option is you don't care. You buy the house anyway. Maybe you have a pocket full of money or a bank account full of money where you can make up the gap. For instance, you made an offer for $290 on the house, $290,000. The appraisal came back at $280,000. That's a $10 gap you'll have to pay. If you have it, hey, more power to you. But if not, there are two other options that you have. The second option is you can renegotiate the purchase price with the seller to the appraised value of $280,000. If they agree or disagree, great. If not, and we cannot come to a resolution or where we agree, we have a third option. And that third option is we terminate the contract with the seller. No harm, no foul to you. And we walk away hands washed clean. Second thing we need to talk about is earnest money deposit. I know some states, they do a due diligence fee, which buys you a window of time to have all of your inspections done. That's where here in Virginia, we have the home inspection contingency addendum, but the earnest money comes into play, usually $500 to $1,000. Nationally, it's 1 to 10% of what the purchase price of the home is. That will sit with the attorney or the title office in an escrow account. I don't hold the funds. My brokerage doesn't hold the funds. The seller doesn't receive the funds. They are in an account which comes off the purchase price at settlement. So $500 less, $1,000 less, or 1 to 10% less, depending on what you put down, which is similar to a down payment. Now, the funds you'll need, 3.5% down payment if you do an FHA loan, up to 10 to 20% if you do a conventional loan. VAs, you don't have to worry about a down payment. A USDA, you don't have to worry about a down payment. So we want to make sure we have the funds available in an account or gift. You have proof that they are there, because those are costs that aren't really shared with buyers like yourself, if this is your first time buying, of course. Also, there are some fees for the home inspection that you will pay up front as the purchaser. If the home has a septic system, that's a fee that you will pay. If this video provided any value for you today, please hit that like button. Leave us a comment so we know that we're providing you value. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We love providing you great information about the city of Danville, the surrounding area, and what it's like to live, eat, work, and play here. Remember, if you want to move to Danville, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, schedule that Zoom meeting with us. The link is in the description below. We'll be happy to help you make a smooth move to Danville, Virginia. Until we see you in the next video, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.